I come bearing gifts. Pumpkin spice latte that I made. Very sweet. And then the second thing, I guess we'll never know. Just kidding. It's apple pie. It's apple pie and it's hot. It's hot apple pie. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. But I want to talk, man. There's so much to talk about all the time. Everywhere, all at once. It's good pie. My mom made it. I cut my hair. It's really short to what I'm used to. I'm used to it going down my ass. My ASS. Not anymore. And that's good, that's fine. I had a really long shift today. Reblog, if you know. Girl. The last time I made a video about dating, I was talking about how nobody knows how to communicate. And I still believe that to be true. But here's the next discovery I made. Here's the next one. Give me your hands. Okay. Are you ready? You don't need to date. I'm sorry. I didn't want to be the one to tell you this, but you don't need to date. It's okay. You can let go now. Okay, whatever. You do not need to date. It's not a fucking necessity. It's not a fucking measuring scale. It's not, it doesn't document how successful you are. There's plenty of people in relationships living their worst fucking lives. Having a dude at home, that would be my personal worst nightmare, mama. And I would never, ever, ever, ever let that happen to me. Well, I did let that happen to me, like I used to. But now I know that there's like, you don't have to do all that. You don't have to do all that. You don't have to. And I'm not, okay. And here's the thing. This is also something I realized. There's good people out there. There's good people out there for sure somewhere. I don't know where they are. I mean, like romantically speaking, I don't know where they are. Platonically speaking, I love my friends. I would kiss every single one of them on the forehead if I could. And if they are okay with me doing that, let me know. And I will do it. Just apple pie right down my fucking windpipe. There's plenty of good people platonically everywhere. There's good people all around. There's amazing people all around. Yes, there's bad ones, and I tend to focus on those, and then I tend to go like, ugh, the whole dating scene is rigged. Like, I don't want to do all that. And you know what? Yeah. The reason I think like that, the reason I talk like that about dating, and the reason I've completely turned from it is, of course, my personal experiences, and like the experiences that I continue to make as my life goes on, with people that just like my dad going crazy with the vocal sims in the living room. What was I saying? Yes, of course, the experiences that I've made and the things that I've gone through, of course, shaped my view on and the whole perception that I have on the topic of dating per se. But I don't want that to be I don't want that to be like I don't know. I don't want to go through life thinking negatively about love, about dating, about all of that jazz. But at the same time, I don't have to like overly romanticize it. And I know that sounds ridiculous considering, you know, it's romantic relationships that I seek. And so of course I romanticize that. So of course I long for that or whatever. But I don't particularly long for it anymore, not the way I used to. When I was younger, when I was a teen, when I was in relationships. I mean, I haven't been in a relationship in 2 years now. Almost 2 years. It's like over 1.5 years. And I have never been happier. I've never had like more time for myself, for my hobbies, for my friends, for everything that I want to do. And I see plenty of memes that are like, you know, living my best life being single, like what average day being single, and it's like a fucking dude having the best day of his life. And that's the thing, those are true. Like, I feel like, and I know I always come back to this point, I never like make any new discoveries about it, but I was in relationships not to be taken care of, but to take care of other people. That was my sole purpose in the majority of the relationships I was in. So for the years that I've been in relationships and I have been dating since I was 11, so like, you know, nonstop. I was always longing to be there for a person, longing for them to like validate me in ways that I couldn't validate myself. Meaning, if I was taking care of them or making them feel good, I could feel better about myself, right? I would measure myself on that extremely. And that's not good. If your self-worth is measured on fixing other people or making them feel better, and you always need to like be taking care of somebody, you will never ever in a million years learn how to take care of yourself. And I finally learned that. I am so happy when I come home and I don't have to call anyone. And the only people I can call are like 2 of my friends and the people I play Fortnite with. And that's it. And I don't need to communicate. I don't need to tell anybody how my day was. I know how my day was. I mean, you know, I do update people 24/7. I'm on my phone a lot. And what I do on my phone is text my friends. That's what I do. So, you know, my friends always know what's up. There's no need for me to have a romantic partner just for those things. I feel like that's a very heteronormative view on dating, especially a male perspective on dating. Like, oh, I miss somebody like checking in on me and blah blah. I'm good. I don't need anybody to like check in on me to like make sure I'm okay. I'm actually doing great by myself. And when I'm not, I have my people to turn to, you know? But a man doesn't talk about his feelings. So of course, he craves a relationship with woman, and woman take care of him. Woman ask how he doing. Woman cook him meal. Woman make his dishes and do his laundry, and woman make boy feel better. Fuck my balls. I don't care. Men piss me off so bad. Like, I don't know. That's maybe related to like, I'm not straight. I don't know why my dating pool is oftentimes men. I don't know what that is. It's wrong though. It shouldn't be like that. I love pumpkin spice latte. Hey, Whoa, whoa, whoa. What happened there? What happened there? I really do though. Pumpkin spice and everything nice, you know, as they say. Girl, put your sock on. Y'all seen this? I served and all I got were these stars. Get in on this. A couple of videos back, I spoke about my journal and how it's really helped me like filter my thoughts. There's this one meme I saw when I was hanging out with my friend, and it was like, I hate journaling. Not only do I feel bad, but now there's evidence, or something like that. I'll show you the picture. It's so funny. It's so funny. And it's true, because like I look back on these and I'm like I'm side-eyeing myself from whenever the fuck I wrote this. I am side-eyeing myself. Because some of these are embarrassing. Some of these are embarrassing. But like really badly. And then I had like a spiritual awakening around June 8th at 2:18 p.m. I wrote, and pardon the fact that this sounds like fucking slam poetry. Okay, maybe I'll recite it like it is. Good afternoon. The tide rolls in and retracts. Summer rain rolls down my window. I know my purpose now. And I write it down, least I forget. I am meant to write, tell stories. I am meant to dive into video games. I am meant to read romance. I am meant to make jewelry. I am meant to be whimsical. I am meant to be without a man. I am meant to let tunes play. I am meant to go outside. I am meant to travel, and so I shall. Yep. I wrote that down, and then I was like, oh my god, it all makes sense now. And so I spent my entire summer off the gram, off the grid, off the L, all of that. I decided, you know what, I'm not gonna like post everything that happens to me on my story anymore, because I don't need to be doing all that, you know. I feel like I was doing that because I wanted to feel connected to people, and I wanted people to, the way I felt connected was if they would reply to my story and we could start a conversation of that. That would make me feel connected. So them speaking to me about things that happened to me would make me feel connected. Now that is the most insane form of being disconnected that you can ever feel, because if you draw your entire self-worth, and I promise you I have a point here, if you draw your entire self-worth out of people interacting with things you do, you start performing. You start doing shit that you would never fucking do just to get a reaction out of people. And yes, we know this like with clickbait and all that bullshit, but I mean in your when it happens in your personal life, when you have to like write things for shock value, like me writing about a man XYZ and what he did and blah blah, just to like get a conversation with the girly pops where we just hate on men, specifically the one that replied to me, that makes me fucking that makes me self-centered. That makes me annoying. In my head, that makes me annoying. I don't need to talk about myself all the time, but I've been conditioned to think that I do by all of the media that I consume, you know? And all of the people that I look up to, and all of the things that I do. And yes, I am very much a person that likes talking about stuff that they've been through and experienced, and I think that has to do with my Not neurotypical. What's the other one, girl? Neurodivergent. Thank you, thank you. My neurodivergent brain. Very much so. Very much so. Like, yes, you know when people with ADHD communicate and somebody's telling a story about a butterfly and the other person replies with their story about a butterfly because that's how they make conversation. That was me too. That was me too. And now I've just started to become more aware of these things, you know. It's not that I don't do it anymore completely. It's not that I will not post, like, you know, a man writing terrible things under my post or into my DMs or anything. Um, but you know, I don't do it all the time. I do it to raise awareness about certain things. But I have completely distanced myself from like doing it for the attention that it gets me, you know, because that's where it becomes quite toxic. I would say, I would argue. Ow, 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 I hit my elbow. Anyway. Yes, yes. Misandrist. That's what my ex called me once. And he was right. Shout out if you're watching this. You were right. I do hate men. And it's your fault. I'm kidding. Kidding. Lots of love to you and all of your family. Where I was going with this is I still think about the things that I go through a lot. I work through them in different ways now. So journaling, not really something I do that much at the moment. Maybe we'll come back, and I'm certain that when things get difficult, it will come back. Now I'm doing fairly okay, and I'm going to knock on wood for you all to see. And if any of you fucking jinxes me, I will jinx you back 3 times. 3 times, okay? Because I'm done feeling bad. I'm done feeling bad, bro. I feel bad all the time. I've always felt bad. And that's the thing. I've always felt bad. And I thought that was just the concept. That's just how things are meant to be. Because life isn't fun and not friendly and not nice to me. And I just thought that's how it was. And I knew that there's people like having normal lives that are not fucking depressing all the time. But I never thought that could be me. And now, bitch, it's me. Okay, it's me. And it's like my own fucking fault. But like, not my fault, but like my own merit. Like, it's thanks to me that I feel good. Thanks to the things I'm proactively doing for myself all the fucking time. You know what I mean? Like, not posting 24/7, like avoiding men at all costs, like etc, etc, etc. It's just made me feel a little better. And then I realized I really like reading. I really like reading. And have I read this month? No, bitch. I did not read anything this month. I did not read anything this month. It's the mid of October. I want to read at least one book. At least like a short, like autumn Halloween themed book. Anything. I'll do anything. But I will like take a day where I just read, and I use that as like self-care, just like self-regulating. Reading, love doing that so much. Get into reading, girls. Get yourself a well, don't get yourself a Tolino. What in the fuck is happening on the screen right now? Ew. Why do you look like that? And of course it doesn't work, bitch. This is a Tolino. It's like the German Kindle. You can get these in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland, and Liechtenstein, I think. And they are the worst possible e-readers on the market. I promise you, these things are so whack. The software is broken, and they suck. They suck, and they are like the word. I don't really know why they suck so much, but they do. And every time you update them, do not count on it working after the update. No, baby. You have to scrap it and re-download all of your books because it just doesn't work. It's just a broken little thing. And the thing is, I thought my old one was just bad. So we got new ones. Me and my best friend had Tolinos. We were loving them, but they sucked, right? We had like the previous models or something. This is the Tolino Shine 3 or something. I'm not sure. And so like a couple years after getting the old one, new back then. There's the newest one that came out, which one this was. Hey. Let's dial it back. The what was I saying, bro? This one came out, and we were like, okay, let's get the new one, you know, because the old one sucks. Guess what? This one sucks just as much. This one is just as ass as the other one. I do not know how they do that. I have, like, I've given my heart and soul to Tolino. I thought this thing was so cute. Tolino is the cutest name for an e-reader. It has a whole little character, which is this guy, which I know this jump scared me a little bit. Usually he's here in the middle, and he doesn't look so, like, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe this cheeky little expression that he's doing right here. It's soulless is what it is. He looks soulless like that. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, usually, like, it would be such a cute product. It would be like, he's the cutest, most adorable e-reader mascot ever. Like, and when you have the screensaver on, it says, "Shh, Tolino is sleeping," and he has, like, his eyes closed and he's sleeping, and that's so cute, and I love that so much, and I wish it would work. Girl, I wish it would work. And then I was like, should I get a new e-reader? Blah blah blah, because I like reading, or making reading accessible, right? I love doing that. And sometimes I jump in between books, right? Like, sometimes I want to read horror, sometimes I want to read fantasy, maybe I want to read a chapter of this, chapter of this, chapter of that, maybe I want to read 10 chapter of that, blah blah blah. But I can't always be carrying all that shit in my bag, girl. Those books are heavy, and I like to travel around light with teeny tiny little bags that usually have weird shapes, like, I don't know, a clock bag or a log bag or a pie bag or a moth bag. And let me tell you something, I love wearing, like, the craziest types of bags, but nothing fits in there, bro. Like, just the essentials, and you can make it work. Some of them are more spacious than others, but books are never going to be one of the things that you can carry a multitude of in those bags. It's just not an option. It's just not how that works. So an e-reader is the perfect solution. And I was like, well, I don't have the budget to buy yet another e-reader just because this one sucks. And I wanted to get a Kobo. Y'all know about Kobo? I love Kobo. They look so cute. But Kobos are also really expensive. And I was like, I don't want to spend money on an e-reader again, bro. So what's the solution? I'm reading on my phone now. I read on my phone. I am a iPhone reader. I'm very proud to be, because let me get you onto something. When you have your iPhone as your main reading device for books, you can go into those settings and put all of your ebooks to scroll, and it will be like you will just scroll. You will just be scrolling through your ebook, and it will feel like it felt to read fan fiction when you were 12 years old in bed at night at like 2 a.m, unable to put the book down. That's what it will feel like. And I love doing that. I love reading on my phone. Now, admittedly, yes, my phone is garbage and it dies really fast, but that's not the point. It's like reading fan fiction. It's super accessible. My phone is always with me anyway. And reading doesn't necessarily, like, suck out a lot of battery out of my phone, you know? So I can just, like, be on the bus and read, be on the train and read, be anywhere and read, because it's all on my phone, and scrolling makes it so easy, and I can set the font to large and just, like, go like this non-stop. Ow, that really popped my wrist there. Non-stop, and it's just the best. And I read through books so fast now. Sorry. But, like, big fucking fat books. Big fat booty bitches. Big fat booty books. Big fat book bitches. Sorry. Me. Like, fat books, make them into an ebook. Read them on your phone. Scroll. Your brain gets the dopamine of scrolling. It's as easy as reading a little bit of a fan fiction on your phone. because you already know how to do that. You are conditioned to do that. I know that if you're watching this, you have read at least a couple of fan fictions in your life, because otherwise you would not be aligning with me on my path. We would just not be like on the same wavelength. I used to be a avid fanfic reader and writer, and we are not going to get into that. Maybe someday we will, but right now I can't. That's a little bit embarrassing. But yeah, I highly recommend doing that. Reading on your phone is good for you. It's really good for you. What else is there to say? I have been working on my own video game for like the majority of the year. And I'm insecure about it, very insecure about it, because from a coding perspective, I am not where I wish I was. I don't know if I can program the game by myself. I think I might need help at some point. And that scares me. I don't like help. I don't like help. I like doing things by myself. I don't like doing things by myself. And so I don't know. I've been 3D modeling for the game, and I've been collecting ideas and stuff, and that process is just not that interesting to share. Like, it's very interesting for me, but I don't think it would be interesting to like watch, so I don't really know what to post about it. I made a little post about the game 2 weeks ago probably now. It stresses me out because I haven't put an update out. But the thing is, there's nothing to update on. It's just the process, you know? Yeah, I don't know. Just been trying to get more creative and more whimsical. Hey, what if this was on? Oh, it doesn't make any difference. Okay, so I put fairy lights in my room, and I have a little desk lamp now at my parents' house. Hey, why am I moving everything all the time? And I really like that. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish my apple pie and finish my pumpkin spice latte while watching some Sinjin drowning videos on YouTube. I think that's the best thing to do. And I wish you all a lovely day. And also talk to me. I love you. And here's some apple pie. Here's some apple pie for you.